UK inflation drops to 2%, fueling Bank of England rate cut speculation. And so in this video, we're going to look at how this is going to impact crypto, but more importantly, how this is going to impact crypto users. Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive, and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys, available today on iOS, macOS, Android, and Linux. And StealthEX, a privacy-centric crypto exchange which enables you to make crypto-to-crypto exchanges anonymously. Hi everybody, and welcome back again to another episode of Enter Crypto with me, Chris Kenyon. Now in today's video, we're going to be looking at the recent news of that basically the UK's inflation has just dropped to 2%. And so because of this, people are now speculating, and the media especially, over whether the Bank of England are now going to cut rates. And if so, if they do, what will be the impact on crypto? Now, as always, guys, let's just quickly jump straight into this article. It's only a few paragraphs long. See what it's all about, see what we can learn, and then we'll comment after. So the United Kingdom's inflation rate has finally aligned with the Bank of England's long-term target of 2% for the first time in nearly 3 years. As the UK inflation dropped, speculation swirled around potential rate cuts by the BOE this year. Moreover, in case of a rate cut, crypto adoption in the UK might soar, potentially driving up the prices. According to data released on Wednesday, the UK CPI rose by 2% on an annual basis to May 2024, which is down from 2.3% in April. This marks the slowest rate of inflation since July 2021, and furthermore, the slowing UK inflation has raised hopes that the central bank, which is the Bank of England, might soon consider cutting interest rates. The data also showed that on a monthly basis, the CPI increased by 0.3% in May, and the result was below the forecasted 0.4% and consistent with the previous month's growth. Meanwhile, the Office for National Statistics highlighted that the largest downward pressure on the monthly inflation rate came from falling food prices, which had risen in the same period last year. Conversely, the largest upward pressure came from motor fuels, with prices rising slightly this year compared to a fall last year, whilst core inflation, which strips out volatile items such as food, energy, alcohol and tobacco, decreased to 3.5% annually from 3.9%, matching market expectations. This broader measure of price stability reflects a similar disinflationary trend seen globally. It follows the cool inflation data from the US last week. This moderation in inflation is notable considering the UK experienced a peak inflation rate of 11.1% in October 2022, the highest level since 1981. The Bank of England had steadily increased interest rates from December 2021. The BOE rates peaked at 5.25% to combat this inflation surge. So the alignment of the UK's inflation rate with the Bank of England's target and the potential for future interest rate cuts could actually have significant implications for crypto users in the UK. And so I just want to go over a few points and in a little bit more depth at how these changes might affect the crypto landscape in the UK. Now, if the Bank of England do lower interest rates, then traditional savings and fixed income investments will obviously offer lower returns from then on, and this can actually lead a lot of investors, even retail, to seek alternative, higher yielding assets such as crypto. We all know about staking, and I'm not talking about Bitcoin, I'm talking about ETH, Polkadot, or your protocols, your staking protocols, your proof of stake protocols. So they might start becoming popular as people realise that they're not actually going to get much interest on their savings if they just stick it in the bank. We might also see, because of this, a well, a more favourable environment for alternative investments, which crypto really are seen as at the moment. We're not in the, we're not in the big leagues yet, just yet anyway. So we might see more individuals and institutions diversifying their portfolios to include crypto, hopefully, which will increase within the UK anyway, adoption and, more investment. Now, as more investors enter the crypto market, this is assuming all this happens. This is obviously speculation on my part, as always. Obviously, trading volumes will increase. We'll have heightened activity, which can lead to greater liquidity and potentially more stable prices. Now, I'm not sure that the UK alone, if we had this little... if interest rates cuts by the Bank of England, would that affect crypto in general? I don't think so, because crypto is global. But I'll tell you what it could do. It could move price, because if you've got an entire country all looking for alternative investments, all feeling good, all looking for risk on assets, and the UK is not a small company when we're talking in the financial world. Geographically, it is, but this sort of increased demand for crypto because of the lower interest rates, people looking for other investments because they're not getting anything on the savings, this can actually drive up prices. So I don't think it's going to lead to more stable prices, although it could. I think it's more likely to actually just drive the price up, which is obviously good news for, you're going to have significant gains for any early adopters or existing crypto holders. Now, if this does happen, we're going to see, I would imagine, more regulatory focus. So as crypto adoption grows in the UK, we are forced to have, regulatory bodies like the FCA increasing their focus on the crypto sector, because they're going to want to ensure, this is their party line anyway, that they're going to want to protect consumers, and they're going to want to have financial stability. So it's up to us to stay informed about all these potential regulatory changes, because they are potential, because we've not had anything in stone yet, that could actually impact trading, how you buy and how you sell crypto, how you're taxed on your crypto, and how you use, how you transfer crypto from one wallet to another. The government wants to know all this, and they'll do their best to get this information, maybe not from you, but from the companies that you use, like Coinbase and the exchanges and Binance and these types of companies. So we need to keep ourselves educated, and that's the main reason why I started this channel, is so that everybody can, we're all reading from the same page, we all know what's going on, and that's why I try to bring all the regulatory news to you guys, basically. Another interesting thing to keep an eye out for is actually banks, how banks are going to behave, because at the moment they're pretty negative on crypto, and they restrict us a lot. They restrict customers, what we can buy, what we can't buy. I've done videos on this before. They seem to think that they can tell us what we can and cannot do with our own money as long as it's in their bank. But we might see a pivot. If there's money to be made, they will pivot their stance. They'll go where the money is. So we might see traditional financial institutions, trying to integrate crypto services, because they'll be making fees. They might be offering new products like crypto savings accounts, crypto loans, crypto payment options. We'll have all kinds of. They'll be offering us all kinds of things if crypto takes off. And this might actually make it easier for users to access and use crypto in sort of everyday transactions, if we ever get that far. So now, whether we actually see these rate cuts, I'm sure we will at some point, but whether we see them in the near future, who knows? Nobody really knows. But we can speculate, we can guess. And so this, alignment of the UK inflation rate with the Bank of England's target, and their potential interest rate cuts, which will come at some point. They're not going to stay like this forever. This most likely will create a conducive, or it has in the past anyway, environment for increased crypto adoption and certainly investment, because people like to take risks. So that's what I've got for you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you think the Bank of England are going to stay where they are now? Are they going to you know, cut rates. Let me know what you think. It's really, really interesting to see what you guys think. And I read every single message. I reply to as many as I can. So yeah, and I'll see you all tomorrow evening. Take care.